Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Prabhupada Jaya, Prabhupada, Prabhupada Jaya, Prabhupada.
Prabhupada Jaya, Prabhupada, Prabhupada Jaya, Prabhupada.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada.
Prabhupada Jaya, Prabhupada, Prabhupada Jaya, Prabhupada.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada.
Prabhupada Jaya, Prabhupada, Prabhupada Jaya, Prabhupada.
Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jai Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada.
Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Jai Prabhupada.
Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada.
Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Jai Prabhupada.
Jai Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada.
Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol.
Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol.
जय श्री राधा मदन गोपाल भगवान की, श्री निताय गौर सुंदर भगवान की, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की, श्रील प्रभुपाद आविर्भाव महामहोत्सव की, कलियुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंद।
अभी हम भजन गाएंगे, गुरुदेव कृपा बिंदु दिया। गुरुदेव कृपा बिंदु दिया, करो ए दासे तृणपेक्षातिहीना। कृपा बिंदु दिया करो ए दासे तृणपेक्षा दे कृपा बिंदु दिया करो ए दासे तृणपेक्षा गुरुदेव कृपा बिंदु दिया करो ए दासे तृणपेक्षा अतिहीना गुरुदेव कृपा बिंदु दिया सकल सहने बोल दिया करो निज मने स्पृहाहीना सकल सहने बोल दिया करो
निज माने स्पृहाहीना
गुरुदेव कृपा बिंदु दिया करो ए दासे तृणपेक्षा अतिहीना
गुरुदेव कृपा बिंदु दिया करो दासे तृणपेक्षा अतिहीना
सकल समान कोरिते शकते देहोनाथ जत जत
सकल समान करिते शकति देहनाथ जथा जथा
सकल समान कोरिते शकति देहोनाथ जत जत
सकल समान करिते शकति देहनाथ यथा यथा
तबे तो गाइबो तबे ते गाइबो हरि नाम सुखे अपराध हबे हत तबे तो गाइबो हरि नाम सुखे अपराध
हबे हत
गुरुदेव कृपा बिंदु दिया करो ए दासे तृणपेक्षा अतिहीना
गुरुदेव कृपा बिंदु दिया करो दासे तृणपेक्षा अतिहीना
कबे है नो कृपा लोभियाए जन कृतार्थ होइबे नाथ
कबे है न कृपा लभियाए जन कृतार्थ होइबे नाथ
कबे है नो कृपा লইবে জন কৃতার্থ হইবে নার্থ
কাবে হেন কৃপা লভিয়ায় জন কৃতার্থ হইবে নাথ
শক্তি বুদ্ধিহীনা শক্তি বুদ্ধিহীনা আমি অতি দীনা কর মোরে আত্মসাত
শক বুদ্ধিহীনা আমি অতি দীনা কর মোরে আত্মসাত
গুরুদেব কৃপা বিন্দু দিয়া করো এই দাসে তৃণপেক্ষতিহীনা
গুরুদেব কৃপা বিন্দু দিয়া করোই দাসে তৃণপেক্ষতিহীনা
যোগ্যত বিচারে কিছু নাহি পায়ে তোমার করুণা সার
যোগ্যতা বিচারে
কিছু নাহি
পাই তোমার করুণা সার
যোগ্যতা বিচারে কিছু নাহি পায়ে তোমার করুণা সার
যোগ্যতা বিচারে কিছু নাহি পাই তোমার করুণা সার
করুণা না হইলে করুণা না হইলে কান্দিয়া কান্দিয়া প্রাণ না রাখিব আর
করুণা না হইলে কান্দিয়া কান্দিয়া প্রাণ না রাখিব আর
করুণা না হইলে কান্দিয়া কান্দিয়া প্রাণ না রাখিব আর
করুণা না হইলে কান্দিয়া কান্দিয়া প্রাণ না রাখিব আর
গুরুদেব কৃপা বিন্দু দিয়া করো এই দাসে তৃণপেক্ষতিহীনা
গুরুদেব কৃপা বিন্দু দিয়া করো দাসে তৃণপেক্ষতিহীনা
গুরুদেব কৃপা বিন্দু দিয়া করো এই দাসে তৃণপেক্ষতিহীনা
গুরুদেব কৃপা বিন্দু দিয়া করো দাসে তৃণপেক্ষতিহীনা
सकल सहने सकल सहने बोलो दिया करो निज माने स्पृहहीना
सकल सहने बल दिया कर निज माने स्पृहहीना
सकल सहने सकल सहने बोलो दिया करो निज मन स्पृहहीना
सकल सहने बल दिया कर निज माने स्पृहाहीन
गुरुदेव कृपा बिंदु दिया करो ए दासे तृणपेक्षतिहीना
गुरुदेव कृपा बिंदु दिया करो दासे तृणपेक्षतिहीना
प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद
जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद
जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद
प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद
जय गुरुदेव 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 जय गुरुदेव
जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय गुरुदेव
बोलो श्रील प्रभुपाद की हरे कृष्णा। अभी यहाँ पे पुष्पांजलि होगा और उसके बाद गुरु पूजा और उसके पश्चात फिर यहाँ पे महाराज का क्लास लाइव किया जाएगा। हरे कृष्ण। सभी से निवेदन है कि कृपया करके अपने जगह पे खड़े हो पुष्पांजलि के लिए।
ओम अज्ञान तिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सागरजात सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिसिद्धान्त सरस्वती इति नामिने श्रीवार्षभानवी देवी दयिताय कृपाब्धये कृष्णसम्बन्धविज्ञान दायिने प्रभवे नमः माधुर्योज्ज्वलप्रेमाढ्य श्रीरूपानुगभक्तिद श्रीगौरकरुणाशक्ति विग्रहाय नमोऽस्तुते नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमूर्तये दीनतारिणे रूपानुगविरुद्ध अपसिद्धान्तध्वान्तहारिणे नमो गौरकिशोराय साक्षात् वैराग्यमूर्तये विप्रलम्बरसाम्बोधे पादाम्बुजायते नमः नमो भक्तिविनोदाय सच्चिदानन्दनामिने गौरशक्तिस्वरूपाय रूपानुगवरायते गौराविर्भावभूमेस्त्वं निर्देष्टसज्जनप्रियः वैष्णवसार्वभौमश्री जगन्नाथाय ते नमः वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम् हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकाकांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते जयतां सुरतौ पंगोर मम मन्द्यमतेर्गति मत्सर्वस्वपदाम्भोजौ राधा मदन मोहनौ दिव्यवृन्दारण्य कल्पद्रुमदः श्रीमद्रत्नागार सिंहासनस्थौ श्रीमद्राधा श्रीलगोविन्ददेवौ प्रेष्ठालिभिः सेव्यमानौ स्मरामि श्रीमान् रासरसारम्भी वंशीवटतटस्थितः कर्षन् वेणुस्वनैर्गोपी गोपीनाथ श्रियस्तु नः तप्तकाञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नमः ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामीन इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे एष पुष्पांजलिः। नमः ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामीन इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे एषा पुष्पांजलिः। नमः ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामीन इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे एषा पुष्पांजलिः। श्रील प्रभुपाद की।
शिल प्रभुपाद की, शिल प्रभुपाद आविर्भाव महामहोत्सव की। जय प्रभुपाद, जय प्रभुपाद, जय प्रभुपाद, जय श्रील प्रभुपाद। जय प्रभुपाद, जय प्रभुपाद, जय प्रभुपाद, जय ओ श्रील प्रभुपाद। जय प्रभुपाद, जय प्रभुपाद, जय प्रभुपाद, जय श्रील प्रभुपाद। प्रभुपाद, 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 श्री गुरु चरणा पद्मा केवल भक्ति सद्मा श्री गुरु चरणा पद्मा केवल भक्ति सद्मा वंदामोय सावधान मते वंदामोय सावधान मते यहर प्रसादे भाई हे भवतरिया यहाँ कृष्ण प्राप्ति हो यहाँ होते कृष्ण प्राप्ति हो यहाँ होते गुरुमुख पद्मवाक्य चित्ते कोरिया ऐक्य आराना कोरी हो मने आशा आराना कोरी हो मने आशा श्री गुरु चरणे राति ऐसे उत्तम गति श्री गुरु चरणे राति ऐसे उत्तम गति ये प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा ये प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा चक्षुदान दिलोए जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से चक्षुदान दिलोए जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो प्रेम भक्ति यहाँ हेते अविद्र विनाश जाते वेदिगा यहाँ चरितो वेदिगा यहाँ चरितो श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनर बंधु श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनर बंधु लोकेनाथ लोकेरा जीवना लोकेना लोकेरा जीवना हा हा प्रभु करो दया देह मोरे पद छाया हा हा प्रभु करो दया देह मोरे पद छाया ए बेया घुष त्रिभुवना दुई पालैल चरना श्रील प्रभुपाद पतित पावना प्रभुपा 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 जय प्रभुपा जय जय प्रभुपा 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 जय प्रभुपा जय गुरुदेव 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 जय गुरुदेव नीताय गौर हरिबो 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 गौर हरिबो श्रील प्रभुपाद की नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने नमो विष्णुपदाय प्रभुपाद नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जयो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद भज गौर भक्त वृंद निताय गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare,
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
नंद के आनंद भयो जय कन्हैया लाल के बोलो नंद के आनंद भयो जय कन्हैया लाल की 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 जय कन्हैया लाल की
जय कन्हैया लाल की जय कन्हैया लाल की
हाथी दीनी घोड़ा दीनी और दीनी पालखी हाथी दीनी घोड़ा दीनी और दीनी पालखी हाथी घोड़ा कन्हैया लाल की
घोड़ा पालकी जय कन्हैया लाल की
जय कन्हैया लाल की 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 जय कन्हैया लाल की
नंद के आनंद भयो जय कन्हैया लाल की
घर आनंद भयो जय कन्हैया लाल की
नंद के आनंद भयो जय कन्हैया लाल की
नंद के आनंद भयो जय कन्हैया लाल की
हे नंद के आनंद भयो जय कन्हैया लाल की
नंद के आनंद भयो जय कन्हैया लाल की
जय कन्हैया लाल की जय कन्हैया लाल की
जय कन्हैया लाल की
जय कन्हैया लाल की जय कन्हैया लाल की
जय कन्हैया लाल की जय कन्हैया लाल की
जय कन्हैया लाल की जय कन्हैया लाल की
जय कन्हैया लाल की जय कन्हैया लाल की
नंद के आनंद भयो जय कन्हैया लाल की
आनंद भयो जय कन्हैया लाल की
नंद के 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 आनंद भयो जय कन्हैया लाल की
जय हो नंद लाल की जय यशोदा लाल की
जय हो नंद लाल की जय यशोदा लाल की
जय हो नंद लाल की जय यशोदा लाल की
नंद लाल की जय यशोदा
जय हो नंदा लाल की, जय यशोदा लाल की, जय हो नंदा लाल की, जय यशोदा लाल की, जय हो नंदा लाल की, जय यशोदा लाल की,
जय हो नंदा लाल की, जय यशोदा लाल की,
जय हो नंदा लाल की, जय यशोदा लाल की,
जय हो नंदा लाल की, जय यशोदा लाल की,
ब्रज के आनंद भयो, जय कन्हैया लाल की,
आनंद भयो, जय कन्हैया लाल की,
ब्रज के आनंद भयो, जय कन्हैया लाल की,
आनंद भयो, जय कन्हैया लाल की,
ब्रज के आनंद भयो, जय कन्हैया लाल की,
नंद के आनंद भयो, जय कन्हैया लाल की,
ब्रज के आनंद भयो, जय कन्हैया लाल की,
आनंद भयो, जय कन्हैया लाल की,
जय हो नंद लाल की, जय यशोदा लाल की,
नंद लाल की, जय यशोदा लाल की,
जय हो नंद लाल की, जय मदन गोपाल की, जय श्री राम, जय हो नंद लाल की, जय मदन गोपाल की,
जय हो नंद लाल की, जय हो गोपाल की,
जय यशोदा लाल की, जय मदन 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 गोपाल की,
जय यशोदा लाल की,
जय मदन गोपाल की, यशोदा लाल की, जय मदन गोपाल की, जय यशोदा लाल की, जय मदन
गोपाल की।
राम 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 हरि हरि. I am very grateful for the sincere words of devotion and gratitude that have been spoken by all of the previous speakers, and sincerely grateful to each and every one of you, wherever you may be, for being with us today. Today, the most auspicious day of the appearance of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Vyas Puja, is being celebrated by millions of people in all parts of the world. I'm just thinking back to this day in 1965. Srila Prabhupada was all alone on the cargo ship Jaladuta. He was just near the coast of Cochin on the western part of India. He had nothing. He had no one. He left Sri Vrindavan Dham on the order of his spiritual master, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, to bring the glories of Krishna, the glories of glories of pure devotional service to the Western world and actually to the whole world. But here he was, just a few days before he had his heart attacks. His birthday took place when he was just sitting alone. No one even knew he was on that ship except a few people. And then he crossed the oceans and the continents, and he came to the United States, New York, and struggled with nothing. In fact, it was years in India previous to coming to the West that he struggled with practically no external results. But now, his beautiful samadhi in Vrindavan, his magnificent Pushpa samadhi in Mayapur, his Vyasasan in the very center of hundreds and hundreds of temples on every continent on earth, his photo on the altar of millions of people in their homes, his books, hundreds of millions, have been distributed. I am remembering a particular lecture Srila Prabhupada gave in 1968 in Seattle, Washington, where he was explaining how his Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, was appearing to him in dreams. Srila Prabhupada said at that time he was in household life. He was taking care of children, wife, business. And in these recurring dreams, his Guru Maharaj would call him to become a sannyasi so he could spread Lord Chaitanya's message throughout the world. And at this time, Srila Prabhupada, you could hear in his voice, he was crying, choked up, crying. He said, my Guru Maharaj, he saved me from material existence. He tore me out of this material world. And then Srila Prabhupada, he spoke to the few devotees that were there in 1968. He said, but see how Krishna reciprocates. I had 3 children, Prabhupada said, and now I have over 300 children. Just see how Krishna has reciprocated. And Srila Prabhupada was with such divine sincerity thanking all of his children for assisting him in carrying out the mission of his Guru Maharaj. Today, Srila Prabhupada has hundreds and hundreds and thousands of children. And Srila Prabhupada, as was said, in a very personal way, is thanking us for any efforts we make to assist him. his gratitude is such an example of what Vaishnavism truly is. Srila Prabhupada, such a liberated personality from the spiritual world. From his earliest childhood, he was worshiping Sri Sri Radha Govinda. He was conducting Ratha Yatras. As a Grihastha in the Gaudiya Math, he was given the exalted title of Bhakti Vedanta for his incredible knowledge of the scriptures, of the essence of all Vedanta, which is Bhakti, for his incredible, wonderful kirtans, for his total dedication. Prabhupada, such an extraordinary person, but yet he's crying, saying, my Guru Maharaj saved me from material existence. It's that type of humility and gratitude that was at the very core of his heart in relationship to his spiritual master and Sri Sri Radha Krishna. That is so much how the message and the grace of the Lord has come to all of us. When Srila Prabhupada wrote that he was a puppet in the hands of Krishna, just wants to dance according to how Krishna makes him dance. In his diary on Jaladuta, he wrote, in deep separation, that I am feeling so far from my home in Vrindavan. Radha Damodar, Radha Govinda, Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Gopinath, so far. And I'm missing them so much. But I am here because this is the order of my spiritual master and the order of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Srila Prabhupada, his heart was so grateful. And in bhakti, dedication is not just about a theoretical, intellectual, or emotional commitment to something. In bhakti, dedication is rooted in our deep gratitude, in the humility of our gratitude for receiving the blessings, the grace, the mercy of our spiritual masters and Krishna. That's who Srila Prabhupada is forever. Srila Prabhupada, he signed that beautiful poem, An Insignificant Beggar. And even when he was the Acharya of a worldwide movement, where every day tremendous successes were coming and tremendous challenges as well, he was always in that mood, insignificant beggar in his heart. Even when receiving glorious Guru Pujas or Vyas Pujas, he was expressing his gratitude. And the dedication that is born of one who is grateful for the gift of bhakti that they receive, that dedication is the wonderful truth that Krishna manifests himself through to the world. Srila Prabhupada although he worked so hard, it was practically effortless. Although he was struggling in so many ways with his health, with oppositions, with poverty, with disciples who were making mistakes. Even those struggles seemed quite effortless in the spirit that he would never give up. Maya could not provide an excuse for him to give up because he was so deeply grateful to his Guru Maharaj, so deeply grateful to the previous acharyas of Parampara, so deeply grateful for Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda Prabhu's mercy. And he established temples of Gaur Nitai throughout the world. Previous to Srila Prabhupada, outside of Bengal and Odisha, hardly anyone, even in India, knew about Lord Chaitanya, what to speak of Lord Nityananda or the Panchatattva. But now, everywhere, Srila Prabhupada's gratitude was to give his Guru and to give Krishna to everyone. And as our Acharya, he showed us how. When he wrote that beautiful poem to his Guru Maharaj for the Vyas Puja, this was sometime around 1930 in Mumbai. And Srila Prabhupada wrote, "Absolute is sentient, thou hast proved. Impersonal calamity, thou have removed." Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, he appreciated that so much. He would read it to people, all sorts of people, devotees, dignitaries, because Srila Prabhupada, who's Bhava Grahi, his love for his Guru Maharaj, his gratitude to his Guru Maharaj, enabled him, empowered him to understand the very essence of the heart of his Guru Maharaj. And he was presenting this personal conception of the absolute truth. And Srila Prabhupada proved it not only in his poem, not only in his books, but in his life. Because personalism is the very core of Vaishnava philosophy and the core of Vaishnava culture. How much Srila Prabhupada emphasized Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teaching. Gopi Bhartur Padakamalayora Dasa Dasa Dasanu Das. To be the servant of the servant of the servant of the Lord of the Gopis. This Gopi Bhartur Padakamala, that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is bringing us to this stage of the ultimate perfection of liberation. The absolute truth, who is the supreme personality of Godhead, who is the Lord of the Gopis. Krishna's relationship with the Gopis is the deepest personal exchange of love. It's the highest in the sense that every other type of love in all of existence in its purest state is included in the love of the gopis. And the nature of the love of the gopis is every gopi is assisting Srimati Radharani, who is Krishna's supreme beloved. Assisting her are the Sakis, assisting them are the Manjaris. Goloka Vrindavan in its highest, sweetest, purest state, everyone is the servant of the servant of the servant. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he taught through his example, through his prayers, that every Vaishnav who is a devotee of Krishna, we want to be a servant to. How we serve them, that may be determined by our particular role, their particular role, the particular time, place, or circumstance. These things may differentiate how we best serve. But in all cases, a devotee is only motivated by being the servant of the servant of the servant. Srila Prabhupada himself told us that you are all representatives of my Guru Maharaj. And please understand, Srila Prabhupada is speaking about each and every one of you, about each and every one of us in all generations within ISKCON, which is Srila Prabhupada's contribution to his Guru and the Parampara. Srila Prabhupada saw all of us as representatives of his Guru Maharaj. In his gratitude to his Guru Maharaj, how much he personally cared for everyone. His Guru Maharaj said each and every devotee should be willing to shed buckets and buckets of blood to help others, to help even one person become Krishna conscious. Srila Prabhupada took that spirit as his life and soul. And he's teaching us. He's giving us the gift of that aspiration, of that state of consciousness. Srila Prabhupada was pleased if someone sincerely offered him a little wild flower that they just picked from the ground. I've seen it. Or if someone distributed 1,000,000 books. Or if someone built a magnificent temple. Wherever Srila Prabhupada saw devotees in a personal way, sincerely trying to assist each other to help him in this movement, Srila Prabhupada was so deeply grateful. And when Srila Prabhupada told us how we should love each other and we should cooperate with each other, that is not just a detail. That is a major proponent of Srila Prabhupada's teaching. It is inseparable from how we make spiritual advancement, how we actually take this mood and this spirit of being the servant of the servant and the servant. And the more we become a leader among any group of people, the more we're supposed to be deeply rooted in this spirit of being servant of the servant of the servant. To what extent? Trinadapi Sunichena, Taror Api Sahishnuna, Amani Namana Dena Kirtaniya Sadahari. Srila Prabhupada gave us the holy names of Krishna, the prime benediction for all humanity. Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtan. Harinama, Harinama, Harinama Eva Kevalam. The only way to awaken love of God within our hearts. Srila Prabhupada, he chanted for us, he chanted with us, and he inspired us to chant with each other. And he also taught this principle, this, what Srila Prabhupada told his beloved god brother, O.B.L. Kapoor. It was the secret medicine that actually awakens within our heart the capacity to be completely purified and cleansed when we chant the holy names. And that's our eagerness to cooperate, our eagerness to show our gratitude, to be grateful and show our gratitude as the deciding factor of all of our choices in life. Recently, His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj was taken by Srila Prabhupada, as have been over the years so many of Srila Prabhupada's most intimate, loving, dedicated disciples. Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj really took the essence of that spirit of Srila Prabhupada and made it his life and soul, and pleaded and begged with all of us to understand it, to practice it. Srila Prabhupada's Vyas Puja is a special day that we are hopeful will charge us, nourish us with a deep focus on all the reasons we have to be grateful to Srila Prabhupada, and all the reasons to express our gratitude through the way we live, the way we treat each other, the way we perform our sadhana, and the way we are united to share this gift with the whole of India and with the whole of every continent all over the world. On this very holy day, I am thanking each and every one of you, because I have seen over the years so many challenges, so many inconceivable difficulties, so many reasons to fight, so many reasons to argue. They come inevitably in this age of Kali Yuga. But how prevailing overall, so many of you have sustained this very sincere, dedicated, surrendered, humble, grateful spirit. And that has kept our communities together. And I see Srila Prabhupada smiling upon all of you. Thank you very much. I pray that His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada's mercy and His blessings may shower upon each of you in such a way that you can taste the sweet nectar of being the servant of the servant of the servant of the Lord of the Gopis of Sri Vrindavan Dham, our eternal sweet home. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Maharaj, for your beautiful offering. You very wonderfully took us on a journey.